It's crazy that it took me this long to get into Bleach. I was maybe 11 years old, watched 20 episodes on some shady site and thought that was the whole show. I had no idea what an ongoing anime was or what anime was at all. Fast forward to 4 years ago, I tried to watch it again and I was so excited to relive the nostalgia and just check it off my list, but it was too mellow for my mood at the time and I quit once again. Now I'm hooked and I've been binging it non-stop. I'm gonna talk about my favorite moments, but first I'm gonna speed run through the plot so you're caught up.
Try to keep up, okay? Ichigo sees ghosts, meets Rukia who gives him Soul Reaper powers by a very casual stabbing. He vibes with the ghost squad, Sado, Inoue, Ishida, and boom! Renji and Byakuya pull up like HR managers and drag Rukia back to Soul Society. Ichigo trains with Urara and goes on a rescue mission with the crew, fights his way through the Soul Society and somehow beats Byakuya himself. But surprise, Aizen was evil the whole time. Fake death, betrayal, backstabs. They asked him what type of villain he wanted to be and he just said yes. Everything calms down for maybe 5 minutes before Aizen starts breeding super hollows called arankars. Yukura kidnaps Inoue to Heikomondo. Ichigo and friends head there to save her and get folded like laundry. Soul Society sends backup. Aizen traps them all, goes to Karakura town to flex. Ichigo goes beyond bankai, learns final Getsu potential and turns into literal depression incarnate. He defeats Aizen but loses all his powers. Time skip, then some guy in a hoodie appears and he's like, hey bro, wanna unlock your full brain? And there you have it, Ichigo's back in the game.
I'm 5 episodes away from completing what I assume is part 1 of Bleach. Comment if you're team fillers or not, because I skipped them like I was studying the night before an exam. As promised, I have to talk about my favorite moments of the show. My favorite moments and the most memorable ones are when Rukia gets her powers back and then she's fighting Grimjo. I think that's when we see her getting her powers back and actually see her using her powers, because not only was her sword beautiful, her whole power was amazing. Like, I was stunned because I really thought that she was this like poor defenseless girl who was too weak to fend for herself, despite that I knew that she was a Soul Reaper. And it's sad that they gave that impression, but at the same time it wouldn't have had the same effect as it did. I also really liked when Ichigo, just fought his way forward and just got stronger and stronger and eventually even got his bankai and arrived at the scene, which takes me to the next favorite scene, which is when he defeats Byakuya. But at the same time, it was like, to me, Byakuya's power seemed unbeatable. Like, it seemed so powerful, and then for Ichigo to find a way to work around that or, defeat him or whatever, it was really impactful. Speaking of Ichigo's power-ups, I also really liked that scene when Inoue is like, save me or something, and then he just, gets back from the dead and is like this beast who's just pummeling Ulikuara. That was peak action, and it was just, you always get so much adrenaline and serotonin and dopamine and all of these hormones that make you like hyped up whenever the protagonist gets a huge power up, but at the same time it wasn't really realistic. But I guess what anime is, that's not really the point of it. But just the way he was just getting stronger and stronger so quick, it was just crazy. But at the same time, whenever you see the protagonist get really strong all of a sudden, you hope that they keep that strength, because like when he got back to himself, he didn't have that strength anymore. Another thing that was really nice to see was that Ichigo's dad wasn't just a deadbeat father who just likes bullying and like borderline assaulting his daughters. He was an actual Soul Reaper, and I just found that pretty cool actually, and that Ichigo is a half Soul Reaper. I think that's what Aizen was gonna tell him, that you're half human, half Shinigami, but I'm not sure. That's probably it, right? I mean, what other explanation could it be? But at the same time, it's a bit weird because it's obvious that his dad is a Soul Reaper, but at the same time, he didn't want Aizen to see it. But he's obviously a Soul Reaper. Is it that they wanted the dad to tell him first? But then again, he's obviously a Soul Reaper. What's the point of just having him say it? I also really liked when Yurikura became that demon form. That was actually super cool as well. I just like all of these demon forms. They're just so super cool and just so flashy, and I like flashy, I like cool, I like strong. As much as I enjoyed this show and it like had a predominantly good vibe and like everything was cool, there were just some things that confused me a lot. For example, Aizen kidnaps Inoue and then he's like, oh, I have no use to her, do whatever you like with her, and just abandons her to whatever fate. It's weird to me because he made it seem like she was crucial to his plan, and then all of a sudden she means nothing. I mean, I do speculate that maybe the whole plan was to get Ichigo to Hekemondo, but when we hear how he's thinking, his whole thing is he wants Ichigo to get stronger. So it does make sense in a sense, but at the same time, why would he trap him in Hekemondo and go over to Karakura town when he was intending for Ichigo to follow him? Like, is it that he's playing chess and we're playing checkers and we don't really know what he's planning and he just has this big picture? I guess that's it. Another thing, I don't really like that they didn't kill him or whatever. Like, they just had him in prison in Central 46 or whatever. That's pretty stupid. Like, have they not learned anything? Another thing was when Aizen had manipulated all the captains to fight him and they stabbed Hinamori, Ichigo just stood there like it was a coffee break or something. He just stood there and reacted, I guess, but if you could even call that a reaction, because he was like, what are you guys doing? Do something. It's not like you're this defenseless kid. Like, he has powers. You could have done something. You could have said something. He just stood there and let them stab her. Made no sense at all. If you have any idea what the point of these scenes or plots were, please let me know, because I don't understand. If you've made it this far, you're now officially a VIP. Drop a VIP in the comments so I know you got the front row seat to the next video, which is the scariest Zanpakuto. Who do you think will make the list and why is it Mighty? Bye bye, ciao.